And we're going to start with a fun career technical education update with a whole gang of people. I guess Chelsie gets to go first.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, President Wagers, trustees, and Superintendent Roberts. Thank you so much for having me here this evening. Deputy Superintendent Mills had requested that I give an update on the successes from the restructuring of leadership of career technical education, or CTE, the current state of CTE in the district, graduation rates, and data celebrating the amazing work of our programs and teachers, and our ongoing action planning to continue to strengthen and expand opportunities for students. I am Chelsie Wilson, K-12 Career Technical Education Program Advocate, and although I could talk for hours with excitement and enthusiasm about CTE, I was strongly encouraged by my colleagues to keep it brief, so I will stay on point. I am joined this evening by an incredible team of individuals who are supporting CTE district-wide. This new leadership model was an outcome of a CTE strategic planning focus group last year, where district and building administrators, as well as CTE teachers, came together and identified areas of success and opportunities for CTE to continue to evolve within the district. Under the new CTE leadership model, Wendy Johnson serves as our area director for all of CTE, bringing communication across directors as it pertains to CTE programs. I am the K-12 CTE Program Advocate, supporting CTE district-wide, serving as the Career Technical Center Administrator for DTEC, fulfilling state and federal requirements for funding, and dreaming of big opportunities for students. While state and federal funding currently only supports 7th through 12th grade students, I am continuously seeking opportunities to engage with students from pre-K through 12. Alongside me, Jeff Roberts continues to serve as the DTEC building principal and partner to all things CTE. Nearly daily, we're communicating and strategizing to support CTE district-wide, strengthen DTEC programs, and expand opportunities. Mr. Roberts ensures the success of programs, teachers, and students at DTEC. Then, joining us online tonight is Jen Keavney, our CTE Student Opportunities Coordinator. Ms. Keavney's role is focused on supporting student success through organizing events, certification and CTE testing, concurrent and dual credits, and serves as in-building support to all high school CTE teachers. Ms. Keavney is also instrumental in our students earning their workforce readiness diplomas and wearing CTE cords at graduation this year. And last but certainly not least, Brandon Hampton, who is serving as the CTE Career Development Industry Liaison and Individualized Occupational Training, or IoT, teacher. Mr. Hampton not only teaches IoT at each high school, but also supports all junior high CTE teachers in building, as well as the 7th grade career exploration teachers and video broadcasting teachers. Brandon works with our industry partners to open up opportunities for students within the IoT program and beyond. Our team is new. We've been together for 8 months now, and we support 65 programs with 87 teachers who themselves are leaders within their schools, within their industries, and within their career technical student organizations. So let's talk about CTE in the Boise School District. You can see our participation rates here. The top line is overall enrollment of 7th through 12th graders in Boise schools throughout the past 9 school years. The next line down in red is overall participation of students engaging in at least one CTE class during that specific year. Under that, you'll see the high school students' participation per year. These students may be involved in programs at their high school, at the Dennis Technical Education Center, or both. Then the overall junior high enrollment courses can be seen in the teal line. And the bottom line is the DTEC enrollment for grades 10 through 12 in purple. It's interesting to see the comparison between student overall enrollment and the ebbs and flows in CTE participation throughout the years. DTEC student participation is at an all-time high, and overall participation is rebounding from a dip in the 23-24 school year. This year, high school participation ranges from 43 to 50% at the comprehensive and alternative high schools, while Boise Online School has 9% of their 10th through 12th grade students participating. STEP also has 19% of their students participating in CTE programs. This year, 6% of students participating in CTE are multilingual learners. 8% of students have a 504 plan, and 11% of students have an individualized education plan or IEP. If you compare this to district-wide data of 7th through 12th graders, there are 8% multilingual learners, 7.5% students with with 504 plans, and 12% of students with IEP. When you do that comparison, you'll notice that CTE is engaging learners across all programs. All students are gaining life skills when they take a CTE course. They're gaining technical skills and employability skills while discovering interest, and equally as important, discovering things that they may not actually be interested in. I think we can all agree that we want them to figure that out now while they're in school with us before they graduate. Courses in the junior high include classes through 7th through 9th grade, classes such as teen living and young living, where students develop skills in preparing nutritional foods, learning basic sewing skills, managing money, identifying personal and family goals, and navigating relationships. The recently renamed engineering technology, which was renamed to better describe the technical skills that students will engage in within the courses. Here, students learn about design, construction, and the engineering mindset, a unique model of thinking where everything is seen as a system. We also offer media technology at West Junior High with a focus on photography and digital design. Students in these courses have the opportunity to participate in career technical student organizations, developing leadership skills, participating in community service events, and competing at local, state, and even the national level. Courses in the high school include those that fall under family and consumer sciences, health professions and public safety, business and marketing, and individualized occupational training. Students at the high schools are highly involved in career technical student organizations, or CTSOs. We use a lot of acronyms in CTE. And in fact, the DECA State Career Development Conference opening ceremony is happening right now in Nampa, and students will be competing in a variety of leadership and technical competitions tomorrow morning. 77 students are attending from Boise Schools, including the Idaho DECA State President, Yvonne Shen from Boise High School. Additionally, students involved in health professions at the high school pathways can earn concurrent credits, and we're expanding these opportunities into other courses as well. Courses at DTEC include—
Hey, Chelsie, can I ask one question on the last one? So I need to be educated. Individual occupational training. So I noticed Brandon's doing that on his, what is that?
You're just two steps ahead of me.
Okay, ignore that question and we'll get to it.
Thank you, President Wagers. Yes, I will be getting to that shortly. Thank you. Courses at DTEC include those that fall under engineering and technology education, family consumer sciences, health professions, public safety, natural resources, and trades and industry. Students within these programs participate in apprenticeships, internships, job shadows, clinicals, and work-based learning experiences in their lab environments. Students in networking and cybersecurity have the opportunity to join the tech squad working for Boise School District in paid positions, supporting help desk ticket requests in buildings across the district. I am fortunate that they are right next door because I seem to need their support quite frequently. In addition to supporting the help desk, the tech squad students have also assembled computers for CTE programs, saving an estimated $30,000 this year from the district IT budget. Effective this year, all DTEC courses offer the opportunity for industry certifications, ranging from OSHA 10 safety certifications to those that are industry specific, such as a CNA for Certified Nursing Assistant or American Welding Society certifications. Last year, students earned 2,342 industry certifications district-wide, with the majority coming from programs at DTEC. We're looking into adding additional certifications for next year. including phlebotomy and EKG in our medical assisting program, physical therapy aid in our sports medicine programs, and certified fiber optics technician in networking. President Wagers, here we are. Let's take a closer look at one program that has generated a lot of interest this year. Individualized Occupational Training, or IoT, is a program for juniors and seniors who are gainfully employed or are in a structured volunteer program working at least 60 hours per quarter or 120 hours per semester. Their career interests may not be something that we currently offer in CTE, or they may want to work to help support their families or save up for post-secondary training. Many of these students are working in childcare, food services, or other entry-level positions for companies within the Boise area. These students meet once per week at their home high school with Mr. Hampton and focus on professional skill development, such as building resumes, job interview skills, communication skills, and even understanding their paycheck. Employers engage by giving feedback, and Mr. Hampton coaches the students through a feedback improvement cycle. The course gives students the ability to continue to grow in their current role or explore and expand their skill sets into a new career field. These numbers speak for themselves. Students are engaged, driven, and have earned on average $1,240 each since the beginning of the school year. As we celebrate the success of the IoT students, that's just the beginning. Here you'll see overall outcomes of students who participated in a full program pathway, also known as a capstone student. Capstone students complete 2 or 3 years of coursework, depending on the course. Students who complete a full pathway self-report 1 year after graduation, with the exception of those who have gone on to post-secondary education, as we can pull that data from the National Student Clearinghouse. In 2023, graduates included 463 capstone completers. There were 309 surveys returned with 380 data points, meaning that a student may be enrolled in post-secondary and also employed. You'll see the majority of students have moved on to post-secondary education, whether in advanced CTE training, technical college, or university coursework. Many students are employed, and 13.2 are employed in a field related directly to their CTE program. I'll also note that it can be difficult to collect data for military and service program participants, as training, deployments, religious missions, and overseas humanitarian work don't always allow for in-time communication. So what does that mean for students who aren't necessarily completers? You'll see here that last year, 77% of all graduates had at least one CTE course. Of those students, 29% completed a pathway and were considered a capstone completer. This is fantastic. Whether a student explored one or more courses, found what they liked or disliked, or even completed the pathway to start a career, we're excited to see this level of participation in career technical education. Statewide, 71% of students graduate with at least one CTE course, and we're trending above that statistic for at least the past 3 years. But that does raise a question: how can we interest more students in CTE? We know the benefits of students engaging in CTE: hands-on work, theory put into practice, workforce readiness skills, earning industry certifications, and more. So what are we missing? Mr. Roberts and I took a deep dive into our programs that we're currently offering and those that are available to potentially add. We cross-referenced our list with the Idaho Workforce Development Council's report of in-demand careers and identified these 5 programs as potential pathways that could benefit students and local industries. Since receiving approval to begin investigating the addition of these pathways, we've been meeting with representatives from industry, CTE high school programs that are already established in Idaho, and post-secondary institutions. Additionally, we've begun to gather student input on these pathways. Incoming 10th, 11th, and 12th graders completed this survey. This represents about half of students' feedback, as we are still awaiting additional responses. These are early indicators, but they're very exciting. The students' voices will help drive which pathways we build first and offer a whole new array of choices for our students. We have also been receiving positive feedback from staff, parents, and guardians about the importance of CTE overall in the graduate profile survey. 82% of the 2,215 adult respondents indicated that they believe CTE prepares students for success after graduation. Additionally, the adult respondents expressed that internships and apprenticeships are keys to students' future, with 80% of staff, parents, and guardians surveyed agreeing that these are likely to prepare students for success. We have also assembled a CTE strategic focus group consisting of CTE teachers at the junior high and high school levels to help us ensure that we're meeting the needs of our current students and programs while considering growth and expansion of CTE programs. As you can see, there are a lot of reasons to celebrate CTE in Boise schools. I am thrilled to be part of this team to support our students, our community, and our future workforce. Thank you for your time, and I stand for questions.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that presentation. Questions from trustees or comments? Trustee Gregory.
Thank you, President Wagers. I am wondering, are we at capacity in all our programs in terms of current right now?
President Wagers, Trustee Gregory, that's a great question. Thank you. We are not at capacity in all of our programs. However, we are over capacity in other programs. So those are conversations that Mr. Roberts, Ms. Johnson, and I continue to have about where can we best leverage opportunities for students and what does that look like? How are we impacting all of our students and how are we marketing our programs and making sure that students are aware of all of the opportunities that exist?
All of them. And does that survey include, I know you're talking about inboarding some new opportunities, letting go of some opportunities. Are there, you know, how things change? I mean, when I took woodshop many years ago, it was just, you know, chisels and hammers and things like that, you know, a couple of power tools, and that's like gone because it's just much more extensive now. So are you using that information to decide if there's something that we let go as we build on?
Yes, absolutely. President Wagers, Trustee Gregory. Yes, that through course selection process, we have information through that way about what students are preferring to take. That allows us to, again, take a good look at, are we missing an opportunity? We have some fantastic courses that are leading straight into post-secondary or straight into industry. And what are we doing to ensure that students are aware of those opportunities and make sure that they have access to them? But as a broader stroke in that same conversation, we are looking at what makes the most sense for students as we continue to expand and explore opportunities.
Trustee Hassler.
So that first graph, I was just sitting here trying to piece it all together in my mind. But one thing I wondered about was opportunities have increased for our students. There's a lot more that's available for them to take. However, it didn't seem like maybe more students were enrolled. Was I reading that wrong?
In the very first graph that we showed, so it's student enrollment. Is that what? I'm so sorry, President Wagers, Trustee Hassler. The overall, the top bar is overall enrollment of students from 7th through 12th grade, and then you can see the increased enrollment in CTE students in the red line, the second line down. Okay. So those are students in 7th through 12th grade who are in that year had taken at least one CTE course.
That helps me. Thank you. And follow up. Also, I just wanted to commend you on the gathering of the data from our parents and our students. I feel like that is so important that that's guiding what's happening in our district. So thank you for doing that.
President Wagers, Trustee Hassler, thank you so much. It's a team effort for sure. Thank you.
So one thing I know we always struggle on just a little bit is how do you get all the kids to know about all the opportunities? And sometimes it's like, oh, CTE, I've got to go spend 2 periods to do that. In some cases, sometimes not. So how do you address those challenges?
President Wagers, we are focusing on trying to decide the best ways to recruit students, right, into these CTE programs, because we believe strongly that students who engage in CTE programs truly benefit from the opportunities. Recruiting efforts, things that we do, we have open houses at DTEC. There's open houses at each of the comprehensive high schools, and those programs are, the high school programs and DTEC programs are represented there. We do a program called Rigs and Gigs, where we bring all ninth graders out throughout to tour DTEC and check out all those opportunities. 10th grade students who are in fundamentals of health professions, they come out and tour the health professions programs at DTEC as well. So they come out again in 10th grade to get their hands on and figure out which paths they want to take. And this year, we're also bringing back 6th grade career explorations. So at the end of towards the end of this school year, we'll be bringing all of the 6th graders out so that they can get their hands on in activities at DTEC to help just kind of prime them so they can see what's available. We are also expanding our marketing efforts. One thing that we recognize is that we didn't have consistent flyers or materials across the district to get students excited in programs. And we've also been working with translators to get those translated into 5 different languages. So that way we're inviting families and our community members to understand those programs more as well.
Great. Thank you very much. Trustee Gregory?
Thank you, President Wagers. So can you give me an example of what CTE courses a 7th or 8th grader might take? And is it always at their home school?
Yes, the 7th and 8th grade students would be taking the engineering technology classes or the young living or teen living classes that are at their junior high. So 7th, 8th, and 9th graders currently don't have access to programs at the high schools or at DTEC. Those opportunities come once they enter into 10th grade.
Debbie, yes.
Trustee Donovan?
I think one thing we've learned from the graduate profile work, we've seen that a lot of the high school kids have open periods now and aren't taking as many classes because there's so many ways for kids to get those credits through summer and other opportunities. So that does free up the opportunity for them to come out here to take the classes here. So I like that you're bringing down the promotional and the PR stuff down lower so the kids can kind of start planning for that. Just keep on the great work. You guys are doing a great job.
President Wagers, Trustee Donovan, thank you so much. Yes, it's very exciting to get students excited, and we look at those open periods as opportunities to engage students. And part of that student survey is saying, like, if we had these available, would you stay and would you participate? And so we're excited to see that so many students were interested in those programs that we're looking at implementing in the future.
Trustee Gregory?
I know that in our previous board workshop, we talked with members of the Student Advisory Council, and one of the ideas that just was, surfaced and we brushed on it was 4-year high schools. Would DTEC have the capacity to enlarge a program if 9th graders had access?
President Wagers, Trustee Gregory, that is a fantastic question that I don't have an answer to right now. I would believe in many of our programs we would have the capacity to, and it would open up a lot of opportunities for students in the 9th grade level to start exploring careers and pathways. So if we started exploring in 9th grade, they might have a better chance of becoming a capstone completer and finishing and earning industry certifications because they've maybe weeded out something that they didn't like earlier on. Thank you.
And so is an industry standard certification a 2-year program or a 3-year program, or does it depend on the field?
President Wagers, Trustee Gregory, it depends on the field. So as, for example, a certified nursing assistant, it's going to be a 2-year program. So you take a 1 year of fundamentals of health professions, and then the 1 year of the certified nursing assistant with the clinicals built in. If you were looking at our diesel program, for example, heavy duty diesel, that is a 3-year program, and students start earning credits and industry certifications throughout, but ultimately their advanced certifications are earned at the end of their 3rd year.
Any further? They're all excited about your stuff, Chelsie.
I love it. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you for presenting tonight. Appreciate it.